Okay, you're back.
I am back. Actually, now listener, for you on the recording, you aren't going to notice this, but there was a big gap in silence there. Could you go back and answer the question for me so I can hear the answer?
So I
Did,
can repeat, but
yeah,
when
just
did it
please,
stop?
please, and I missed the entire answer. So please repeat the answer.
Okay, okay, I will do it again. So the high the your question was what was my more important point I have
Right.
lived during
Yeah,
this
yeah.
development. Okay, so
Or
I
the
told you that the most exciting point and really important one for me was the step, the big step between the first time I saw the group of visually impaired and blind people asking me for development, asking me for specifications to develop. And then 7 months later, when I come back to them and I show them the game and I saw how they played with the game, it was really fantastic. They really appreciate what they found in the game. And I think, well, it's just a feeling, but I think it's really a game that helped them doing more brain games than before. So I think the most important point I had during this development was the gap between the first demand of this group of people and at the end, the reaction they had when they play with the game. That was really great.
I agree with you. That is really great
you know,
to be able, sure, to be able to see your effort and to be able to see people actually enjoying and appreciating the project.
Mm.
I'm I'm really glad. I am really glad that you are
And now
part.
you know that because they have done this. Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, yes, and now we know what. Yes, go ahead.
No, I said just that now, because of these reactions, a lot of people ask me for the Apple version. You're right, because most of the blind people use Apple, iPhone, iPad more than Android ones. I don't.
Right, exactly. That is true.
Well,
Yes.
I imagine that because of voiceover, that's why I the Apple versions in few weeks.
Right, exactly. Well, Laurent, that is, I'm extremely impressed with your product. As I said, I will certainly lead my listeners on this podcast. Everybody on the podcast will know about this now. And before we go, do you have any questions for me? I always like to let people ask me one question that you've always wanted to know.
Or I have a really important question, but I don't know if you will have the answer yet. I would like to have your feeling and all what you think about this game after playing on this, because I know that I'm quite sure you love the crosswords and you love brain games. You like because I'm sure it's exciting to do this, and I will really be happy if you and your group give me your feedbacks. That's really important for me, because I hope I have developed a good one, but I'm I'm not blind, as you said at the beginning.
For
I live
sure.
with some people with this problem, but I don't have a lot of knowledge on this because I don't know exactly what you feel with this. And I hope that you will try this game and give me all your feedbacks.
Hmm. Well, I
And I
will.
have one and
Yes.
Aaron, I have one question. Yes, I
Yes.
know one question, but it's a technical one, so I don't know if it's really interesting during this
Of
interview. But
course I will. Sure.
uh, when you use this kind of games and you go through the stores to buy some puzzles, because this game is free to download, to be clear,
Hmm.
with some puzzles at the beginning. But then, if you love this game, if you feel, if you think this game is interesting for you, if you want to go further, you will have to buy some packs of 6 puzzles, one per round, or 3 or 5 per 5. It's up to you. But when you're blind, is it easy for you to follow with voiceover all the steps to buy this kind of in-app?
The answer is I do not know. I have heard other blind people sometimes facing frustrations when that needs to happen. So I understand why that feature's there, but other blind people may not always understand.
Yeah. I know that the first question was, I want to do it myself. All the blind people with who I share said me, don't help me, I want to do it myself. So the game, you can go from the beginning to the end, even to the stores to buy puzzles, all is done to do it by voice. But when you leave the game to go on the stores, then I can do anything more. So I hope that voiceover is well known to be able to go until the end of the processes to have the new puzzles. And that some blind people in France say me that they know how to do it, but that's a really question because for you it's really you need this if you want to do it alone.
Right, right. So I think that probably if the game is at the final stages of development, as it is, I think that usually
Sorry.
that is fine. Usually the voiceover software um, is pretty good about this. But well, after we end today's episode, which uh, I think you've done a magnificent job, and I completely support the idea, and I think that this has been another wonderful episode. So what I'm going to do is later today, or so for the rest of the day, I have some more work to do, and then later tonight I will add you. Well, I will publish this episode, and I will send you the YouTube for the first part of this episode, and then you can watch at your convenience if you want the YouTubes for this episode. Um, I will add
That's great.
you to the Aaron's Opinion WhatsApp group, and in the
Mhm.
WhatsApp group, um, the majority of those people are blind people from all over the world who
Mhm.
have either most of them have participated in my podcast as guests. Some of them are business people. Some of them are working in the business world in schools, teachers, companies. So I will certainly post all of the information there, and I am sure, I'm 100% sure that several of those people will certainly play your game and give you the necessary feedback, and I will be more than happy to facilitate that so that we can get
Oh, thank you very much. That's
an
great.
accurate
That's perfect.
review, and so that we get an accurate and appropriate review of the product, so that you as the creator really know the truth about how great the product is, and I'm sure it is
I
great.
need this. Yes.
I
Thanks a
I'm
lot. Thanks a lot,
determined.
Alain.
I'm determined to help you, and you know that you are always welcome, always welcome. On Aaron's Opinion, welcome to Aaron. Welcome to the Aaron's Opinion group. I guess you're in. So welcome. It's a wonderful group to be for
Yes. It will
creators,
be with pleasure.
podcasters. Yes, yes.
Thank you very much for the invitation. I hope my French accent has been enough to understand, and, and thanks a lot for this interview.
My pleasure, my pleasure. So I will get this episode published a little later today for you,
Okay, no
and I
problem.
wish you, and you know that you are always welcome to contact me with all of your questions, and you too, listener,
We
if you
keep the
want to.
contact, of course, with pleasure.
Yes, yes, of course we will. Of course we will. By the way, listener, if you have questions about today's episode, I would love to hear your questions. You can send a message to the Aaron's Opinion Facebook page. That is really the easiest way, or you can send an email, aaronsopinion6@gmail.com. Aaron's Opinion from somewhere in the universe today. We spoke to Laurent from France about his great product that I'm sure you're going to love to play very, very soon. From wherever in the world you might be
Thank,
listening, stay safe out there, guys. Stay safe. Take care.
thank you
And
very much.
as we say on this podcast, have a good day today and a great day tomorrow. Bye, everybody.